Yes, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to the Team Gullit YouTube channel. My name is Renzo, and today we have another formation explanation for you guys. This time we're gonna take a look at our player Thijs Dame, young talent. He cannot compete yet, so you guys will probably hear somewhere in tournaments, like online tournaments from him, but not in the official events yet. He will be there next year, but let's check out his 4-4-2 custom tactics and instructions. So starting off, we're gonna take a look at Thijs' team, and on the goal we have Inform Ederson. He is a clown first class sometimes, but he can be one of the most incredible keepers you've ever seen as well. He has insane reflexes and probably the best kicking in game, I think, but he mainly uses him just to link Walker. That's what Thijs said as well, and he doesn't really rate or dislike him, so it's up to you guys, whatever you pick, Ederson or Alisson. Right back, Semedo, probably the best right back next to Walker, and as he's using him as a center back, it's the obvious choice. Renato Sanchez, probably one of the best midfielders in this year's FIFA 21 right now that we have seen yet, because he's 82 rated and he has 4-star and like incredible stats, and he links very well with the likes of Mbappe, Neymar, even CR7. That's probably also why Thijs is using him. And yeah, I mean, Varane and Mendy, how many times do you see them each week in league? It's like 25 out of 30 games probably, so that's nothing new. And Valverde, that is the thing that Thijs has said about his midfielders. Valverde is more of the ideally Vieira type of guy, and Renato plays the more of Gullit type of guy that has a bit more skill moves and a bit more dribbling, passing and shooting. And yeah, I mean, what else is there to say about record breaker Mbappe and Inform Ronaldo? They're just great and very expensive, which is probably why Thijs still had a little pocket change for Neymar, but apart from that, he has Gelson Martins, and he says he doesn't really use the wingers that much, but I am going to disagree on that, but we'll definitely see that into the gameplay later. The custom tactics that Thijs uses, it's pretty obvious. 5-5 on the defensive style, on his width and depth, but he has balanced, offensive style balanced. 5 width, 4 players in box, 2 corners, 2 free kicks. Like we said before, you definitely want to have the corners and free kicks on 2, so you don't get countered too easily. So what is really different? Dani, but for example, what you could have seen earlier in on this YouTube channel, I should say, he's using the 4-4-2 regular, and Thijs is using the 4-4-2 second variation, which allows you to have CDMs. CDMs or CMs, it's never been a clear difference, but yeah, you can definitely see that the CDMs are usually a bit deeper, and we'll definitely be showing you that later, how that works in game and what the risk is of that. For the instructions, it's pretty obvious: get in behind and mixed attack actually on the other striker. As Thijs was I think showing that you can either choose to have Ronaldo or Mbappe on get in behind. It doesn't really matter, but you just want to have one get in behind and one on mixed attack. For the wingers, he uses cut inside and get in behind. He doesn't use comeback on defense, which is an interesting little fact that most people do use comeback on defense, I should say, but Thijs doesn't. And his center defensive midfielders are actually on stay back while attacking cover center. No other defensive behavior instructions, just cover center and stay back. For the fullback, stay back, it's pretty obvious if you see a lot of tactics, and yeah, it's definitely going to be interesting. I will be showing you guys in the gameplay that he definitely does use his wings, but not on the wing. So what are the strengths of this 4-4-2 second variation? It is mainly his build-up. The build-up from Thijs has always come, like, he's starting quickly to play his right or left mid, and then he just works his way down the center. And with these two strikers, especially having one on get in behind, he always creates this depth that people have to react to, and if they don't, it's just an easy pass. We see that a lot with Thijs' gameplay, that he really loves to ping pong between these strikers and his wingers even, just to get the space. And like you can see here, Ronaldo is just, it's an easy pass. It's not really like he's forcing his way through, he's just waiting for the runs. As you can see here, once again, plays a pass from Ronaldo to Mbappe, just does one skill move and he's gone. So the main thing about this attacking patterns that we can see in the 4-4-2, work your way down the wing, push up, get into the one-on-ones with your striker, and either make the through ball or a skill move. I mean, if you're a bit nice on the right stick, you should be able to perform a couple skill moves, and if not, then just look back at our tutorials. I mean, we have plenty of them about the skill moves. But Thijs is definitely showing here that if you have kind of the courage to just force your way into one-on-ones like he does here with the roulette, that is perfectly executed by Thijs, and you're just pushing your opponent to the limits defensively that he always has to like guess in one-on-one situations, this formation is very effective. Gets a little fortunate here, but the 4-4-2 second variation also counts for the regular variation, to be fair. Is a pretty good formation to play when you're being team pressed, especially the same way like you would play normally. Just going down the wings, cutting inside is usually very good against team press, because you can make these quick combinations, which you have to do against team press, else the AI just intercepts the passes that take too long. Here as well, he's putting pressure himself, gets space down the wing. The weaknesses though, I mean, the 4-4-2, I said it earlier, I think in Dani's video as well, it is not an easy formation to master. Like you see here, if you're putting a little bit defensive pressure on the wrong time, like here, you should have gone with Renato into the middle, but he keeps on putting the pressure with Mbappe, which allows the pass inside, and then another, kind of 50-50 through ball, to be fair, down the wing. But just not being aware of where to situate your players at specific moments in the game can cost you a lot of goals in 4-4-2. 4-2-3-1, you usually have these other players that can track back a little bit better. But like I show you here is the defensive pressure again being mistimed with Renato. He pushes way too much up and drags him out of position. Well, position enters up in the middle. Here again, Renato should have switched from Varane to Renato and tried to get in front of CR7 again, just so he doesn't really tracks his defenders out of position again. But he does, he just gets into the one-on-one and boom, it's a goal conceded. And these one-on-one situations, like Thijs does himself as well offensively, are just so tough to defend sometimes, especially against great offensive players, that you just want to avoid them as much as possible. But that all has to do in the 4-4-2 with when to put pressure and when to not put pressure, but just track back and covering the space. Here again, this is a classic goal conceded just because of overcommitting with the pressure with the fullback. Right here, this is where you would see that Semedo shouldn't have been in that position at all. Like, that is risky. He wanted to get in front of him, I get it. But here again, he should switch a little earlier to Renato to try and cover the pass. And that is what I mean. One defensive pressure too much and it's over. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video of Thijs' 4-4-2 formation, custom tactics, whatever. It is a second variation which is different to Dani is, so use them both, whatever you like the most. And yeah, as always, just don't forget to subscribe and stay tuned for more videos. Probably we will be discussing the 4-2-3-1 next.